Hello to you, wherever you are this evening. I have the incredibly high-pressure honor of welcoming you, our distinguished guests, to this year's benefit dinner. MBCI prides itself on meeting high expectations. We think of academics, athletics, music and theater performances. And so, of course, in the weeks leading up to this evening, I was absolutely racking my brain to try and come up with an interesting way to interact virtually with you. I thought I could use Jubilee Place, but I can't find my guitar, so I can't do that. Then I thought about doing a tour of the school, but for some reason, immediately after my last school tour, Mr. Gettert changed the woodshop locks, and so my key doesn't work. So yeah, none of the doors in the school except my office. Anyway, so I can't do that. Then I thought I'd cruise around the grounds and give you a driving tour of our campus, but I seem to have lost the knack for hot wiring vehicles, and my key also doesn't work in the bus compound. So I was gonna fall back on some lyrical freestyling.
I'm gonna give you thanks for bringing you dollars.
But that is so mid-pandemic. So in the end, I realized, what's more creative than being the opposite of creative? And so I decided to do something that I've never done before, be completely normal. I know what you're thinking, and I've had a lot of people tell me the same. No, that's a terrible idea, Boise. You can't do that. What are you thinking? Be normal. Yeah, right. Well, guess what? All you doubters and haters out there, just watch me. Just watch me be normal. It is great to gather together in this hybrid event. Welcome to MBCI's 2022 Benefit Dinner. We are eager to raise funds for our bursary program tonight, and we're ready to show you some highlights from the school year and also celebrate 75 plus years of life and learning. Tonight you'll hear from teachers and students, as well as our principal, Andrea Buller. So wherever you are tonight, especially if you are gathered with other live people in a restaurant, and remember, we haven't done this in 2 years, live that is, so remember that it's not a touch screen beside you. You can't zoom in to get a closer look. because we don't do that in public. So we hope that you have a great evening, wherever you are. Thank you for your continued support of MBCI. To kick it off, here's Carl Cowanhoen, the chairperson of our board of directors, to bring a prayer of blessing as we get underway. Enjoy.
It is a privilege for me to bring greetings on behalf of the MBCI board. As we oversee the inner workings of school life, we are deeply committed to the vision and mission of MBCI and the health and vitality of the school. We are committed to showing care for students and staff. During the past 2 years, everyone needed to be flexible and adaptable due to the constant changes we experience around us. We have also discovered a lot of creativity and opportunity during this time. We are proud of our school for moving through this challenging time with a clear focus. Thank you to our principal and MBCI leadership team and all the teachers and staff for your commitment to Christ-centered education and your commitment to student-centered learning. Underlying all our work is the desire for MBCI education to be accessible for everyone. While tuition is unavoidable for an independent school, we want to remove obstacles whenever possible. Thank you for joining us this evening to help do that. Your generosity helps us to grow the MBCI community. I will leave you this evening with a verse from Scripture. At a time where there are difficult events taking place around the world, as well as here in Winnipeg, the Student Council verse for this year is particularly appropriate. I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart, and the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give, so don't be troubled or afraid. John 14:27. I am grateful for the hope this verse offers us. Thank you for your generosity and for sharing in our mission to provide education focused on learning, growth, faith in Jesus Christ, leadership, and community, and to help students acquire the tools and develop the character to live a life well learned. Hope you have a great evening.
What is a benefit dinner without a few thank yous? I want to say thank you to our MBCI Jazz Ensembles for welcoming us here with their great music. And I also want to say thank you to our sponsors who made this event a possibility. To get us started, I've invited 2 of our students to share a little bit about their past year at MBCI. McKenna and Sam, what are some of the highlights from your year so far?
One of the highlights, it's probably the Great Woods program and the great business programs we have here.
One of my highlights for this year was honestly just being in school again. I spent the majority of last year at home, like on Zoom, so being able to see my friends and my teacher in person has been a crazy experience.
Both of you are also students in our Ventures business program, so maybe you could share with me a few highlights about being in Ventures this year.
The ethics unit that we did, I had so much fun learning about that, learning what's ethical, what businesses have done that are not ethical, and making my project, I did a choose your own adventure.
Probably our marketing project. We did a project where we partnered with Bissell's Kitchen to come up with marketing ideas for them. So my group came up with a contest where everybody submitted ideas of like something they'd add to the menu, and then Bissell's would choose the winner, and then that winner would get a free project. And at the end of the unit, we got to present our pitches to Bissell's Kitchen, and it was a lot of fun and something I would never have experienced without Ventures.
What's something you learned in Ventures?
How to calculate taxes, how to calculate expenses for when I'm older. That was pretty fun. I like math.
I'm someone who always likes to work independently, but in Ventures we had a lot of projects where we had to work with other people, and so I had to relinquish my control, which really stepped me outside of my comfort zone. But as we did more and more of them, I got more comfortable and then was able to work through my problems with the other people. So it was a great experience, something that I wouldn't have been able to do.
Thanks, Sam and McKenna, that was great.
So one thing that's been really engaging in our community over the last few weeks has been the war and the conflict in Ukraine. And it became really apparent through our student council meeting actually how important it was that the school talk about this in real time. And so we put things into motion where students could talk about Ukraine, where students could write about it on walls, write up prayers on the walls, paint a heart for Ukraine and a message for Ukraine. And then it turned into actually a fundraiser, which we're really pumped about. The student councils had a big part of, where we teamed up with Lacoste and Mennonite Central Committee, selling sunflowers for $10, and $8 of that $10 is going directly to MCC's Disaster Relief Fund for Ukraine. And it's been really neat to see the student body, the student council, the staff engage in something that's really important right now and an initiative that's really critical. And so that's been a lot of fun as the student council advisor to see student council put this together along with some of our support staff as well.
Hey everyone, my name is Mr. Grant and I teach grade 5 here at MBCI, and I'm really excited to be here with you. I'd like to introduce to you two of my students, Genevieve and Felix, who are currently in grade 5. Yes, correct, awesome. And do you guys enjoy grade 5?
Yes.
That's amazing. Here in grade 5, we focus on experiential learning. So that's learning through doing. That learning is something that isn't something that's done to us, but something we get to do. So something we do here in our grade 5 program is we go to Fort White once a month, and we build a partnership with them. We learn about sustainability and education in nature. What have you guys really enjoyed about going to Fort White?
Learning how the indigenous peoples navigated, how the animals and plants adapt to the temperature, and how to put your full potential into your survival skills during forest time to create something that stays warm in the winter and cold in the summer.
Well, what have we made during forest time, Felix? What's something we do during forest time?
We sometimes play hide and seek, and we've made teepees.
So wigwams, right? Yeah. Those are pretty cool, eh? And every time we go there, it seems to be getting bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Who's someone at Fort White that we've really connected with?
Barrett. He lets us learn about indigenous people, and he tells stories to us in a teepee, and we call it teepee time, and he taught us how to throw a spear thing.
Yeah, some hunting techniques from indigenous communities, right? Which was really fun.
I think anyone who would come here for grade 5 would want to come back year after year for more exciting adventures.
More exciting adventures.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's been one of your favorite adventures so far?
Throughout the whole year, coming back in and learning more things.
So are you saying that every day is an adventure here?
Yes.
Oh, that's so cheesy. I love it. I love it.
Going to the gymnastics place, that was really fun.
What did we do at the gymnastics place?
We learned how to do flips and dance.
We worked out.
We got big. We worked out. Well, thank you, my friends. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
That's great. Thanks for tuning in to our little grade 5 presentation. Over to you, Pastor Adrian.
Hey, we're chatting with some students from our student council. They're student leaders this year, and they serve as music committee representatives. So welcome, Seth, Narelle. It's good to talk to you today. What has it been like to be involved in virtual chapels and then moving into this awesome back-end seats sitting next to each other in chapels in Jubilee Place?
It's cool to be able to be in front of an audience of people and be able to do your thing, right? And to be in the moment, I guess.
Yeah, I would say the spontaneity of it and the energy that you get from seeing everyone in the crowd, especially the middle schoolers. It's really nice to see them getting so hyped up. They do the movements, and I think just in general, they're kind of getting their life back from COVID, especially with all of them being so young. Same with high schoolers, getting that kind of normal MBCI high school experience is really it's positive for a lot of people.
Hearing a message, to be part of a worship team, to be singing together. What has that done for you too, and what do you look forward to with that?
I think it just gets people to interact in general with the content of Christianity in a fun way. Throwing concerts, and we've had I think there's one rapper guy that people still talk about to this day. I think that opened someone's heart.
First of all, I didn't know that Christian rappers existed at the time, right? So he came in and he started rapping, and he was really good too. And it was crazy, and everyone was losing their minds. And so you had that chapel, and that was amazing. And it was long too, right? And then you had another chapel that came in a week or two after that one.
Bold as lions.
Bold as lions, right? And they came in and they did their thing, and but it was like 10 times more insane, right? You had the fog machines and like lasers and stuff, and everyone was losing it. And then the rapper guy came back during that performance.
People remember it when they graduate. They're like, remember this in chapel when this happened? And it really mattered to me. It hit them emotionally, or it was just really, really fun.
I'm Andrea Buller. I'm the principal here at MBCI. Thank you for joining us this evening as we're celebrating 75 years of life and learning at the school. We are grateful for God's faithfulness to our school community, and in a special way, thankful for the founders and their vision for MBCI. MBCI was built in a spirit of hope. After many decades of turmoil and difficulties, the Mennonite Brethren community in Winnipeg wanted a brighter future for their children. And a part of that was to complete high school and have the access to quality and excellent education so that they would be prepared for life beyond and entering into the world. Woven into that was the desire to pass on the treasures of faith and language. MBCI is built on a partnership with home, school, and church, together building a Christian worldview for our students as we form their character and faith, and also modeling that for them along the way. Today, 2022, we're excited to continue to build on this vision, to honor it and respect it in the work that we do.
Hello everyone, I'm Wes Kozlowski. Here at MBCI, I teach English and filmmaking, but I also teach in this new program called Studio. Now, Studio offers students a really unique opportunity to spend every afternoon working on a passion project where they can focus in on an industry or a skill set, connect with mentors and industry professionals out in the real world, and then they can produce work that is deeply creative and also innovative and showcases a love of their craft and really dive in to what their passions are. I have two students here, Megan and Dario, who are very much those types of kids. When you think about Studio and your experience at MBCI, what does Studio offer that you've never experienced in your other courses?
Because I want to pursue arts in the future, Studio has given me the opportunity to work and learn in an environment that really sets me up for the work ethic and demand I need to succeed in the arts.
Okay, can you tell the audience what you're pursuing?
So right now I'm working on a dance project. It's a big video that's going to be focusing on my choreography on other dancers.
This semester in Studio, I'm studying culinary arts, and I decided to make a cookbook. It's going to be about 10 recipes, focusing on teaching home cooks how to elevate their recipes just by simple techniques.
What prompted you to join Studio when you first heard about it?
It's an opportunity to do something really great with this thing that you love and experience it fully. Just maybe you would want to pursue it later, or maybe you just get to have a really cool experience that you might never have again.
This has really taught me to really trust myself and my ideas, and I feel going forward, everything that I'm going to be producing is so much more authentic now that I've had the opportunity to really expand into my own craft.
And it's a beautiful thing working with young people, try to figure out how to take their passions and share those passions with the world. So that's the heart of Studio. Check out our website. After this, we are going to hear from Connor and Carter as they talk about the student common areas.
My name is Carter, and I'm a grade 10 student here at MBCI, and this is the new Student Commons. It's a really comfortable space that's open to talking to people and connecting. I'd like to thank everyone who donated to make the Student Commons possible. And now let's go to Connor in the library.
Hi, I'm Connor, and this is our new Library Commons. Everyone uses it, all the way from grade 5 to grade 12. It creates a feeling of connection, like when everyone can work together in the same space. It makes it feel like a community in the school. I hope you're having a great night, and we'd like to thank you for making things like this possible.
For the past month, our class has been working on a documentary for MBCI's homecoming. What is this documentary going to be about?
It's about how MBCI has grew and changes history and some stories, some events.
We're also going to
have some teachers' personal experiences as well as about the building and how it's changed.
What has been some of your favorite parts of working on this project?
I like interviewing people because it's fun, because not only do you get to hear stories about what happened, you also get to hear some personal experiences and some funny pranks.
There's just so much history, like it's so entertaining. Great moments that you can learn about. And we're going to put all this information into a video and make it into a documentary for the homecoming.
With that being said, we hope that you can come out on September 24th to celebrate MBCI's homecoming, our 75th anniversary, and that's where we'll be premiering this documentary about MBCI's history. Now, turning it over to Mrs. Buller.
6 years ago, the MBCI board and leadership made a decision to expand our bursary program so that it would be possible for families who are looking to come to MBCI for a Christian education to do so. Today, we are really pleased to say that this year we gave out over $175,000 to over 50 students to come to our school. Tonight, we are happy to share with you from two friends of MBCI, David Unruh, alumnus, supporter, and longtime MBCI Golf Tournament committee member and leader, and also Dr. Fred Mensink, alumnus, supporter, and former bursary recipient himself of MBCI.
I loved it, enjoyed the athletics, challenged by the teachers, and could see that there were people that were here that I was kind of wondering, how did they have enough money to come here? And then actually at that point I found out that a couple of my friends, they were getting a little bit of help, and I thought, well, that's really cool, to be able to help out people to get a Christian education. If anybody knows Neil Bowler, you can't say no to Neil. He says, we've got to come and be part of the golf committee. Okay, well, I'm pretty bad at it. Oh, don't worry, you don't have to golf. You just have to get people to sign up and all that kind of stuff. So I got involved in that early on and stayed involved because it was a fun time. I think many times it was for something other than bursaries, but lately it's been bursaries, which you can see that there's a great need, and I kind of like to be part of filling needs.
We came to Canada in 1958, and with no money, somehow by boat and train, we ended up in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and in East Kelowna and North Kelowna. And unfortunately for our family, soon my parents were divorced, and we were left in circumstances made life difficult for us. And I was a problem child at that time. And in the 60s, it was not uncommon for kids to be bullied and beaten. I certainly suffered from it. We were in River East MB, and some of the members there thought I should go to MBCI. Great classmates who were accepting of me, and I was the only child of divorced parents. Excellent education, great athletics. It was all a fantastic experience, and I learned an awful lot about life while I was there. Of course, I've gone on and become a physician specialist in anesthesiology, and the benefits of the bursary program are obvious. I've participated in fundraising at MBCI to give back to school, both directly to the school and in bursary programs to help others who might be in the same need as I. The need is so much greater now with societal changes, with changes in the economy, post-COVID. We all need to participate and help people, both the children and the parents, get their kids into MBCI.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Fred, for sharing with us this evening and for your continued support of MBCI. Tonight, I want to thank all of our sponsors, those of you watching, and all those who have made tonight possible. It's been a joy to share MBCI today with you and to share what we are working at together and where we're going. And I want to just invite you now, as you consider giving to our bursary program, that you should find a pledge card in front of you, wherever you might be, or you can visit online at MBCI and our homepage to give. I want to thank you for all the ways that you are supporting us, and volunteering, praying, giving financially. All of this is appreciated. We want to also give a plug to our homecoming weekend, September 24th. We do hope to see you here on campus. Come back, see what it's like today, join and reconnect with people that may have been a part of your MBCI journey. Thanks so much for joining us.